right, let's dive in. Today, it's all about copiers. Specifically, the Ricoh versus Fuji Xerox showdown happening right here in Malaysia.
And let me tell you, this isn't as boring as it might sound at first.
Not at all. Picking the wrong copier, that can slow you down, cost you a fortune.
And nobody wants their presentations looking blank.
Exactly. Especially in Malaysia, where our research says these two brands are like the top dogs. You send over a ton of material, so we know you're serious about this.
Which is smart. By the end of this, you'll know exactly which copier is going to make your business hum.
Whether you're printing slick marketing stuff or just need to handle mountains of reports.
Speaking of looking slick, let's talk print quality. That's the first thing people notice.
Totally. And your research showed Fuji Xerox is consistently winning when it comes to color. Accuracy, vibrancy, sharpness.
Yeah, if you need professional level stuff, marketing materials especially, Fuji Xerox seems to nail it.
But then there's Ricoh, maybe not as flashy, but solid and reliable, like perfect for everyday tasks. So what's the trade-off there?
It really comes down to what you need. Is it presentation above all else? Client proposals, stuff like that. Then that Fuji Xerox color might give you the edge.
Makes sense.
But if you're more about internal documents, high-volume printing, color's not as critical. Ricoh's consistency is a huge plus there.
And talking about high volume, we got to talk speed. One of your reports showed Fuji Xerox just flies through those multi-page documents. Like sometimes 15% faster than Ricoh.
That's a big deal if you're always churning out reports or big print jobs.
Huge.
But here's the thing. Ricoh has some models that can keep up. It's all about matching the machine to what you actually do.
That's where the copier guy comes in. We know these machines inside and out. We can figure out how much you print, what kind of stuff you print.
And then suggest the perfect model, whether it's Ricoh or Fuji Xerox. No need for a super fast machine if you don't need it.
Right. Got to find that sweet spot.
Absolutely.
Okay, now for the big question. Cost. Your research says, up front, Ricoh is usually easier on the wallet.
True, but then you got to think long term.
Yeah, the operational costs.
Exactly. Fuji Xerox is known for being energy efficient. Less maintenance, too. So over time, it might actually be cheaper than Ricoh.
So you can't just look at the sticker price. You got to factor in the total cost of ownership.
100%. And that's another place the copier guy can help. We look at your usage, energy consumption, maintenance, all those little things, and figure out which machine will actually save you money in the long run.
Love that. What about customizing these things? Ricoh seems to have a ton of options. Finishing, paper handling, all that.
Yeah, they're going for that wide appeal, trying to meet every need,
Well, Fuji Xerox keeps it simpler.
Streamlined. It's a strategy, right? Ricoh wants everyone. Fuji Xerox is aiming for people who value ease of use. Just want to get things done.
Which brings us to the user experience. I saw in your research some interesting stuff about the interfaces.
Oh, yeah.
Ricoh's is pretty complex. Customizable, but people compare it to an Android device.
Lots of options.
And Fuji Xerox, more icon-driven, simple, kind of like an iPhone.
And this is huge for productivity. If your team loves tech, likes to tweak things, that Ricoh interface might be a plus.
But if they just want something easy to learn, Fuji Xerox is probably the way to go. Fewer errors, faster training.
Definitely.
Now, reliability. Looks like both brands are pretty good. But Ricoh maybe has the edge. Fewer repairs,
Seems to be the general consensus, yeah. Though both are built tough, that's for sure.
Okay, so, a lot to think about here. What are the key takeaways for our listeners trying to pick between these two copier giants?
The biggest thing, there's no one winner. The right copier depends on you, your needs, your priorities, even how tech-savvy your team is.
Makes sense. Don't just jump in, right?
Yeah.
And that's where the copier guy comes in. We help you figure out all this stuff, what you need, which models to compare, costs, the whole 9 yards. We make sure you get a copier that fits your business perfectly.
Exactly. It's an investment. You gotta make the right choice.
Absolutely. And one last thought. Don't just think about the machine itself. Think about the big picture. How it fits into your workflow, how your team will use it, how it can actually help you reach your business goals. That's how you make a great copier decision.
Couldn't have said it better myself.